Good evening, everybody. Today is the 14th of June, as according to the old calendar. I'm, of course, Rita Lazo. Welcome to Voices of British Orthodoxy. We have a lot of saints today. Let's get right into it. First saint of the day is Kieran the Devout, and he is from the 8th century. St. Kieran was abbot of Bellacluin in County Meath in Ireland. He was given the surname the Devout because of the holiness of his life. He reposed AD 870. Our next saint of the day is Saint Dogmul. He is from the 6th century. Saint Dogmul was a monk who evangelized in Pembrokeshire and Anglesey in Wales, and later in Brittany. He lived at the end of the 5th and beginning of the 6th century. No further information on his life is extant. His entry in the group chat goes as follows. Saint Dogmul, also known as Dogfowl or Dogwell, was of the house of Coneda, descended from the kings of Wales, and was the son of Ifel ap Ceredig ab Canuda Welegdig. His grandmother was Saint Malary, daughter of Saint Brychan. Dogmul became a monk and seems to have concentrated his preachings in Pembrokeshire, where there are a number of churches dedicated to him. The rest of these saints are only found in the group chat, by the way. Our next saint of the day is Saint Makubum or Nanus / Nehemius, who died the 14th of June 654. He was abbot of Aran. Saint Nenus was one of the few known successors of Saint Ender of Aran, and appears to be the first such abbot listed in the Irish annals after Ender himself. The word Maku is actually a contracted form of Makua Burn, indicating that Saint Nem was a descendant of Loguer Burn Boadak, and early king of Ossory, and thus a scion of the Dalburn lineage of Ossory. In the Falira Oenguso, he is recorded as being a relation of Saint Kieran of Sega. Final saint of the day is Saint Samodius, also known as Samet, was a 7th century Christian hermit, assumed to have been born to a noble family of Scotia. He became a disciple of Saint Brendan as a young boy. Samodius, whose original Celtic name is unknown, is said to have been lost at sea, perhaps the Atlantic Ocean, for 3 days as a young boy. According to the legend, Samodius had fallen asleep on the beach and was resting on a small raft during a day in which he had been playing with his friends. He was swept out to sea, encircled by large waves. He prayed for divine assistance. God raised an island in the ocean to prevent the young boy from drowning. Geoffredus, also known as Geoffrey, a cenobite of the Abbey of St. Martial Limoges, wrote an account of Samodius' life, and writes that Samodius was a contemporary of St. Gregory the Great. According to this account of Samodius' life, St. Brendan convinced Samodius to journey with him to Gaul, and around 630 AD they arrived at St. Ong, where they were received by St. Leontius, Bishop of Saintes. Saintes. Samodius became a student of Leontius. Leontius subsequently advised Samotius to take up a life of solitude and contemplation. Samodius became a hermit in a small cell in the forest of Grigius or Gri in the Limousin near Imutiez. He acquired the name of Samodius. His original Celtic name is unknown because he loved to sing psalms. Numerous miracles were attributed to Samodius. As a hermit with a reputation for sanctity. Simodius is said to have had power over wild beasts and demons. He restored a blind woman to sight and healed the Duke of Aquitaine's daughter, who had been bitten by a viper. Once a wolf ate the donkey that Simodius used to carry burdens. Simodius ordered the wolf to replace the donkey as his beast of burden. A similar tale is told of Saint Remodius. He also rescued a man who'd been swallowed up by a snake. It is said that Saint Simodius died on the Ides of June, i.e. the middle of June, but the actual year is unknown. Thank you all for watching. May those saints intercede for us before the righteous judge. As you can probably guess, we do, of course, have this to promote. Since 1 week tomorrow, depending on when you see this, Saturday the 5th of July 2025, we at St. Lazar's are celebrating all the saints of Great Britain and Ireland. Divine Liturgy is 9 a.m. in English. After that, we will be singing Troparians and Kontakians and reading the lives of the local and important British saints. So, yeah, that'll be good. And I have confirmation today that one extra thing has been confirmed, which is that we, the choir, will also be singing the English version of Agne Parfene. So, if you want to hear that, that would be great for you all to come by. Tomorrow is Vidovdan for those of us within the Serbian church, so I hope you all have a very blessed Vidovdan. If you're listening to this before any of the liturgy starts and you can make it to a Vidovdan service, it's a beautiful day. I hope you all have a wonderful service. I think, and I guess one last mention of this, I think we might bring out the one or two relics of British saints that we do have, but I'm also not certain, so I'm not gonna make the promise, because I can't actually make that promise, but either way, could be good. It will be good. It'll be a good day. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I've been Raider Lazar. I hope you all have a very wonderful day tomorrow. God bless you all, and Amen.